Hi, I'm Harry Forbes from ARC Advisory Group. Today, my guest is Greg Scheu. Greg is the president of ABB for the Americas region and also a member of the ABB Executive Committee. Greg, welcome to the ARC Forum. It's great to have you here.
Thank you, Harry. It's my pleasure.
It's certainly, we see ABB as a very innovative company, but there's a lot of technologies that are changing a lot of businesses these days. What do you think are the most important ones that you guys are focused on now?
Well, at ABB, we're in power and automation for the utilities, industries, and also infrastructure and transport. We see innovation going on across our whole portfolio. It's a time of great change, a lot of excitement. If I look on the power side, we're seeing a lot to do with power electronics, whether that's HVDC for the grid, whether it's battery storage with the charging that we're able to do through power electronics. We're seeing a lot of activity there, and also all around reliability. On the industry side, certainly we're dealing with mechatronics and robotics. We've been in the robotics business for 50 years. We have 250,000 robots operating around the world, and things are really dynamic there in terms of how innovation is taking off and taking things to what we call the next level. If I look at it on the infrastructure side, we're very active with data centers all around energy consumption, reliability, and of course, software is a big area for us where there's enormous activity going on with digitization, different models on reliability, on diagnostics, and what we're doing with how to apply that in this changing world around digital.
Well, you're very much a global company. We've talked about that a lot. And very diverse. You kind of span, we have a lot of discussion of Industry 4.0 and the Internet of Things, especially industrial Internet of Things, which you have your own take on.
Sure.
So from a global perspective, can you tell us a little bit about how you approach that?
Well, we've been active with connecting products and smart products that can communicate and bring forward their health and their diagnostics and bring data back and control back to other levels of the architecture for many years. This is something that we've been innovating for quite a while. Now, of course, we see this next stage in the development where through the cloud, through the economics of moving data around it, how many things we'll be able to communicate out there. And I think today we've seen that there are more devices communicating on the internet than there are even people on this earth. And now we're starting to see that'll continue to go forward very fast. When we think about this whole view of the Internet of Things, we put it in the context of how things, services, and people all will interact. And we call it that, Internet of Things, Services, and People, because it's more than just things can communicate. It's how do you derive value from that? How do you solve business challenges, business problems? And how will people interact with the technology? Because the technology is moving so fast. And so for us, this is the ecosystem that we see today that we're offering customers. We have many examples across industries where we're doing that. And we're also monitoring products, driving diagnostic routines, looking at preventive analytics in terms of how equipment will operate, because customers really want to figure out how to turn this into value, how to bring this back and make their businesses more competitive or more sustainable, or find ways to reduce costs in terms of how they operate their business. And of course, we do that in a collaborative way with our customers and with partners. We have a number of partners that we draw in on to help us in this area.
Well, partnership is really an important strategy today because you have to be focused on areas where you can add significant value. And you certainly, your firm has some very strong partners. Can you tell us a little bit about your partnership strategies and key partners?
Sure. So partnering has been a part of our culture wherever we are in the world. And we do that on a local basis. We do it on a regional basis as I look at the Americas. We also do it on a global basis. And you've seen us announce a number of partnerships. And this is a very active area for us to continue to develop. Because strategically, while we have a lot we bring to a solution, no one company is going to have all the answers. So it's how do you put together this collection of trusted companies that can work in behalf of the customer. So we've done a number of things. We're working with Microsoft quite actively on the Internet of Things, Services, and People. You've seen some of the success we've had there around electric charging and how we're doing that in the cloud. From an information system standpoint, you see what we're doing with Hitachi, obviously a very prominent company on technology, one with a lot of similarities to ABB. Samsung, when we look at microgrids and different things we're doing there. Ericsson on data centers, what we're doing on software to really drive reliability in the data centers and uptime and yield. So there's quite a few partnerships we do, but also, and this is the partnerships we have with universities. We've been working with universities around the world, and that really is a key cornerstone for us in terms of how do you really innovate and drive R&D and advanced technology.
Well, your company is very diverse, a lot of different businesses, a lot of different technologies, global. When you distill that down, what is there something that holds together the core? What do you, in your mind, kind of holds together the core of ABB's value proposition across those businesses and geographies?
Well, Harry, it's a great question. When you look at ABB, we're in over 80 countries around the world with 135,000 employees. But when I boil it down in simple terms, customers know us for power, electrical, and automation. These are the core of what ABB is. Of course, we've got a lot of depth there, and we've got a lot to offer in terms of how we fit in with wherever we may be in the world. But customers see us as a highly innovative company that continues to change with them, push the limits from a technology standpoint, collaborate closely. In these times where change is so prevalent and moving faster than ever, it's how do you work together? How do you listen well to a customer? How do you understand what they're trying to get done and come with ideas and come with solutions? And I think that's a real hallmark for ABB, the technology, the collaboration, and on top of that, we're a healthy company that people know we're going to be here for many, many years, and we're in this for the long term, as a leader, as a pioneer, but as someone and as an organization that customers can look to trust that it'll be a partner. And I think partnerships today are more important than ever.
Well, thanks very much, Greg. It's really been great to have you here and look forward to meeting with you through the week.
Thank you, Harry.
I'm Harry Forbes from ARC Advisory Group, and my guest today has been Greg Scheu, President of ABB for the Americas region. Thanks very much.